What's up, everyone? It's iCurly here, and today we are going to discuss part one of a particular topic that a lot of people love to ask me, and it's basically how do I know when it's time to get into a trade? My answer to that would be market structure. And if it's not market structure, it's going to be strength and momentum. So this is actually going to be broken up into a few different segments. So you're probably going to see a part two and a part three, maybe even a part four. I want to kind of keep these videos short so that they're kind of micro learning videos, if you will. Now, I'd like to reference this particular analogy to help you to understand how to view swings. So it can be swing highs or swing lows. So, what I want you to do is, I want you to look at your hand and I want you to look at your middle finger. If you look at your middle finger, the finger to the left of it, if you're holding your hand upright, the finger to the left of your middle finger and the finger to the right of your middle finger is lower than your middle finger, which means that your middle finger would actually be the swing high. Now, I want you to flip your hand upside down and we're going to discuss swing lows. If you look at your middle finger and then look at the finger to the left of your middle finger and look at the finger to the right of your middle finger, those fingers are actually higher than your middle finger, which means your middle finger would be the swing low in this scenario. How does this relate to charting? Well, if you look at my chart here, you will see that we have a few different swings on the chart. So here's a swing, here's another swing, and here's another swing. And because they are each going higher and higher, these would essentially be swing highs. Also, they're swing highs because the candle to the left and the candle to the right of the swing is lower, which means that it's a swing high. Now, to the downside, we can do the same exact thing. We can look for our swing lows, right? So if we're looking for swing lows, we're going to look for the candle to the left and the candle to the right to be higher, and we'll be pulling out the points at where or at which it when it's lowest. So this is a swing low. These are basically tools to help you to remember how to isolate and identify swing highs and swing lows. Now, now that we have an understanding of that, I'm going to type something out on the chart. And this is just going to be a quick little way for you to remember the difference between your swing highs and your swing lows, or your higher highs and higher lows, because they're going to be necessary when you're identifying uptrends as well as downtrends. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So uptrends require higher highs and higher lows. Downtrends require lower highs and lower lows. So I'm going to put this on the chart and leave it in an area. Uh-oh, did it even take it? There it is. I'm going to put this on the chart and leave it in an area that's visible to you so that you can understand exactly what it is that I'm going to say next. So now if you look on my chart, what I want to see if I am thinking bullishly about a particular trend, or if I'm trying to get into calls on something, what I want to see is structure being built. I want to see a series of these particular things happening. I want to see a high, followed by a higher high, followed by a higher high. And actually, here's one right here, followed by a higher high, followed by another higher high, right? So we're just pulling out these, and they may not all, I might not grab all of them. This is just to give you an idea of what it is I would be looking for if I'm looking for an uptrend or to get into calls. Also, what is indicative of an uptrend? Well, we need to have higher highs and we also need to have higher lows. So here's a low, followed by another low, which is essentially higher than this one, followed by another one that's essentially higher than the last. And we would just want to keep that going. And that is what's going to tell us whether or not we are in an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay. And then to the downside, and I'm just going to go back on all of this because if I erase it, then it's going to erase what I typed. To the downside, what do I want to look for? Well, I want to look for a high. So in this case, here's a high. I want to look for a lower high. So let me turn this on. So here's a lower high. As you can see here, this is a high that was actually lower than this one up here. I want to look for another lower high. And obviously I can come in here and pull these out. I'm just going to keep this moving a little bit fast for you. So here's a lower high, right? And I just want to keep making sure that this is what I'm seeing. I also want to make sure that it is also making lower lows. So here is a low. Here's a lower low. Here's another lower low. Obviously, I could have pulled that one out, just moving quickly here. Here's a lower low. And here's a lower low. So this is indicative of a downtrend. So when I'm looking for, let's just say I put out a trade idea and I have a call entry and a put entry mapped out. You might hear me say things like, I'm waiting for structure to be built. I don't want to get in on the first opening candle in some instances because it's not a lot of data there. There's a lot of indecision that typically happens with the first opening candle. It might pop up and then do a pullback, kind of like a falling knife situation. I want to see something that's going to tell me we are actually moving with strength to either the upside or the downside. So this is just one part of this particular video. I'm also going to touch on market structure shifts, break of structures, market structure shifts, basically, kind of all in the same category. And then the other thing that makes me want to get into a trade, if there's not a presence of, the higher highs, higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows, it's going to be strength and momentum. And I'm going to talk about that in another video. Again, I want to keep these very short and sweet so that you have an understanding and make it more micro learning. So if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend or a loved one. And as always, I hope to see you in baggage claim. Have a blessed day. Bye.